What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. Alright. Hope everyone had a good portal day, 11/11. This is just going to be a general reading, so eat the meat, spit out the bones, take a resonate, leave the rest behind. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching, and let's get started here. 2 cards. Okay. The Nine of Cups and the Queen of Cups here in reverse. Someone could be feeling like what once made them happy, they're walking away from something that could make... Someone could be walking away from an opportunity here that was a wish fulfillment at one point, or a desire with the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is someone who may not be feeling fulfilled in like this... I'm feeling like a role or a job, or someone who feels the Star in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's almost like be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it kind of energy. Like you could be feeling like maybe you bit off more than you can chew here, or something that was supposed to free you, kind of like a job, like, you know, this job was supposed to be like the ultimate, you know, source of security and stability. But now you kind of feel tied to it, like you feel tethered to it, like you kind of feel... and not indebted to it, but like it's just it's causing picks a lot out of you. Something that you craved is very emotionally draining with the Queen of Cups here, is what I'm saying. Like maybe this relationship that you wanted, maybe this job, this connection here, whatever it is a hobby perhaps. Is, you know, you could be wanting to get into gardening, and maybe you're realizing like, God damn, this is a lot of work. Like this takes a lot of work to like keep a garden up, and I gotta really be out here. And even in the winter time, it's like, you know, I gotta pull everything up, I gotta bring it in the house, and I gotta find somewhere for it to go. And you know, that was like my first year of gardening. It was like, damn, like I gotta like take all this shit in, and I gotta put it up, and I got plants in every fucking window. I get heat lamps, and you know what I mean? So it could be something like that. Yeah, and it's forcing you to make a decision here about whether or not you want to continue to invest into this, or go for it. There is some decisions here that you need to make in regards to whatever this is that you, at one time, very much loved the idea of with this Nine of Cups here. This could even be like a relationship. Yeah, King of Cups here and the Five of Cups here. There's a lot of emotions going right now in this time here. You could have a relationship that you are walking away from, either romantically, just friendship, whatever. You're at a crossroads here with someone. I feel like, oh God, this is my life. I hate when it starts to come like be about me. Like, no, I don't want it to be about me. I could feel this. Ooh, the devil here. So there is some fear. There is some attachments for sure here when it comes to this. You know, maybe you're not quite ready to give up on this yet. Maybe you feel very much attached to this energy. You know, you could be obsessing about this person. You could be obsessing about this idea, this creation, whatever this is, this Nine of Cups, whatever this Nine of Cups is, whatever this desire is. You know, you could be feeling very obsessive with it, very possessive of it, and even like in some way chained to it. You know, like the dream job is now somewhere, you're at your job 90 hours a week, putting in all the work you can, making it the best you can. Your business, right, was supposed to give you all this, financial freedom and free time to focus on your other hobbies, but you're realizing like being a entrepreneur is basically working around the clock, you know. So now, like, let's say you're a tarot reader on YouTube, and you start feeling like, wow, like I really have to post every single day now. I have to post something every day in order to stay afloat. And if I don't, then you know what I mean. There goes that. You put all your eggs into this, or you put all your eggs into that, or the lovers in the whatever you love to do. Here's the thing, though. It's in a balancing state. Whatever this desire, whatever this is, it is coming around, but it's just at a standstill right now because there's like other things you also need to focus on as well. And it's like, don't, the devil is telling you that you are over obsessing about whatever this is. You're like overly indulging into like your hobby. Like you're spending too much time in the garden. You're spending too much time focused on this new relationship. You're spending too much time focused on this career or this adventure or this new channel or whatever it is. Like you're spending way too much time, and you need to also remember to that the love is here. With the lover is here. This is it's all good here. So take a break. Take a break, and like let's address some of this. Let's address some of this shit right here with this Ten of Swords and this Temperance in reverse. Let's try to balance this betrayal that we feel out. Okay, someone could be feeling betrayed, someone could be feeling left out, someone could be feeling neglected by you. With this Five of Cups in reverse here and the Strength card in reverse, someone here is speaking out about maybe someone here could just feel like left behind. I feel like you've been really focused on this goal, this desire, whatever it is that you want. You've been focused on it so heavily that you've tended to neglect other areas in your life. And I don't know, and I don't necessarily think that you are like doing this on purpose. I just think that whenever you get an idea, whenever you get inspired, whenever you feel like the universe calling, you just kind of like sink your heels into it, and you just kind of like dive really deep into it. Like I'm like that too. Like whenever okay, so I wanted to start painting this summer. Okay, so what did I do? I painted a little paint by numbers, kind of like for the adult, kind of like the scene. And then I was like, oh, I just want to start painting. I bought all these canvases. I got all these paint brushes, all these acrylic types of paints. I ain't touched the shit since. Dove right into it and like just, you know what I mean? I did the same thing with drawing. Bought this drawing book, this sketchbook, all these graphite fancy pencils. It was like I was more obsessed with the idea of doing it than actually taking the time to like really dedicate myself into making it good. But then when like YouTube came around and I started to really get invested in this, and I started to see the actual like, potential in it, I really started like getting into it more. And now it's kind of like a thing where it's like I feel like I have to post constantly. I'm constantly looking at the analytics, trying to chase and see what's going on, looking at the data. And I definitely feel this double energy when it comes to that stuff, because that is when you really have a goal and you're really set on this number or this whatever that you're set on in life, it's just sometimes you start to lose sight of other things in your life that are also important, if not more important, because I love my channel, I love my community that I'm building and everything like that. And like I love sitting here and just talking to you guys, but sometimes I just want to I don't know. Sometimes I get really nervous. Well, maybe not nervous is the right word, but like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a hesitation. You get the jitters. It's like, oh shit, is this really happening? With the devil card, it's like it gives you what you want, but then it makes you question yourself. Like, is this really what I want? You know, like putting yourself out there like that. You know, there's all kinds of crazy people on the internet. You got all kinds of crazy people just, stealing your videos and shit. You're talking about people who fucking try to put witchcraft and shit on you. Like, you sure you want to keep doing this? And you're just like, yeah, yeah. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yeah. Fuck it. We'll just keep going. And you're like, okay, I guess. But you just, shit happens. You just keep going. You just keep fucking going. And I think that's what's going on. You're going through something very similar, whatever it is that you're going through. It's like, you're realizing that like all that glitters is gold, and it's also not always what you think it is. The 9 of Wands here in reverse. So there's some paranoia. With the devil here and the 9 of Wands in reverse, it's definitely like fear and paranoia about... Okay. You're in a phase of like growth, whatever this idea, whatever this desire is that you're moving towards, where now that you are actually in it, it's like, can I maintain it? You know what I mean? It's like the... How do I put this? Let me get one card to describe it, please. Yeah. The Knight of Wands here. You just have to be careful, like, what you're listening to and the messages. The Knight of Wands could be someone here who's just impulsive, someone here who may make brash decisions. You're very creative, you're very gifted, but there is like, maybe there's a fear of being misunderstood. Maybe you really are into your job, or maybe you have a partner here who is maybe very unconventional from the people in your friend group or family, and maybe they won't, like, let's say you're a librarian or something, I don't know, and you end up like getting with someone who's very like, I don't know, what's the opposite of a librarian? Like I don't know, like a death metal punk, rock and roller, which I guess everyone, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like it's like a veterinarian, and you're dating the guy who is the ticket person at the movie theater. You know what I mean? And it's like people just, maybe not like that kind of level, but you get like that difference, that extreme of a difference between I guess you could say like status and shit like that, but I don't really care about shit like that. But someone, you could be like that too, where you just like, I just like this person. Like, it doesn't matter what they do, as long as they're cool and they're nice and they're able to like, this person may be a goddamn heiress, and their only dream in life was to sell movie tickets. And this person's like literally like the fortune to like Cheez-Its or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Like, you never know. You never know. The Strength card in reverse. Oh, Lord. Cowards. It's going to take a lot of courage to overcome these fears you have. Yeah. See, right now, you're in this Emperor in reverse energy here, where whatever you're really in the middle of something here when it comes to this 9 of Cups here. So this was something that you were like, I'm telling you, this is something that at one point, this could have been like your dream job, has now turned into your fucking nightmare. It's kind of given that. Like, what you once prayed for, like, I'm not trying to laugh at you, because I definitely can relate to all of this, for real. Yeah. The World here. Completing something. What are we completing? This desire was something that you thought would just be like this end all be all. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So, like, whatever this desire is that you wanted, like, let's say you really, I can't describe it. The Nine of Cups and the world here, gotta cover her up. All right, the world here is telling me that this is something here that you really, this was like the love of your life. This was like like your forever person. This was your, your dream job. This was your, you were at the top of what you wanted, like the pinnacle of just the top of the mountain. But something's changed. The Queen of Cups here in reverse with the Seven of Cups here. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of like, what the fuck? This is not, this is someone who, this is a partner. This is someone who's now playing mind games. They completely switched up from when you all were dating. Like, this is a whole new motherfucker. Like this is not the same. Pull the door open and, I don't know what do straight guys do for women. Open the door, give you money. Like, this is, I don't know what they do. I don't know. Just take care of you, rub your feet, sex every night or whatever. I don't know. Cook, run your bath water type shit. I don't know. Whatever straight men do for women. I don't know. Buy your nails and shit. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Yeah, I don't know what they do, but or this could be, then maybe this is a man. Like, maybe your girl stopped cooking for you. She stopped, giving you little favors. You know what I mean? So for anybody, something has changed. Something is not the same. The dream job don't come with the dream salary. This business idea, like, starting the TikTok was not as easy as I thought. What I mean? It's a lot of trolls. It's a lot of haters. It's a lot of crazy people. This is, people putting witchcraft on your page just for, like, I don't know, for just being you. People just talking shit just because you don't work there no more. This is people who just are just angry because for some reason, like, you being you is just pissing them the fuck off. And now it's got you looking all crazy. Like, what did I do? You bought a car and, like, now your best friend hates you because you bought a car. Shit like that. I don't know. You lost a bunch of weight and now, everybody's, like, trying to talk to you, but you was like, oh, wait, no. Remember? Or the opposite or whatever that it is. You're just, like, so indecisive. With this Two of Wands and this Emperor in reverse, it's really got you feeling like a little defeated almost. Like, it's knocked your confidence down a bit. You're trying to, where'd my cards go? Here they are. I'm going to keep going because I'm really trying to understand why it went from sugar to shit. And there's, like, a lot of, I almost feel like this was the Nine of Swords in reverse. Damn. I mean, that's better than upright. You've released a lot of... my third eye is pinging. You've released a lot of negative energy, though. Maybe you're at a point where you're starting to realize that, like, you need to pivot. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So, like, following your dream... Girl, let me tell you something. Following your dream can hurt your pockets. It can. It really can. Let's say you wanted to, I don't know, own an ice cream truck, and you bought an ice cream truck that cost $50,000, right? So you done sunk 75, let's say, into getting the truck, cleaning it up, getting the ice cream, getting the product. Well, your dumb ass didn't realize it's September when you bought the truck. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck. I'm just using that as an example. That's funny, right? Because who would buy an ice cream truck in September? Because I thought it was funny. because it's winter time coming up. So it's like, don't nobody want to buy no. I mean, I would still. I don't see the ice cream man like in the summertime when the living's easy. But you could. That would be a cornerstone right there. I'm sure there's people who still want ice cream in the winter. I almost bought me a pint of Ben and Jerry's today. Well, I'm lying to you, but I put it back though. I was like, no, don't get that. I got the 24 pack of Breakaway Pillsbury dough cookies instead. They was on sale at Dollar General for two for $7. So I was like, okay, that's not so bad. Anyway, so yeah, so this dream could be really affecting you financially. It could have been a setback. Um, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. We got the Page of Pentacles. So I mean, hey, last night I took a L, but today I bounced back. So you bounce back. You bounce back with quickness too. You have a, how do you say, ambitious drive to you. Despite everything, you may feel defeated a little bit. You may be feeling a little. I mean, shit. I know. I still got that hustle though. That means so you may be sitting here figuring out how you gonna make Peter pay Paul, but you gonna figure that shit out. You know what I mean? You gonna figure that shit out. You may look a little tired. You may be feeling down. You may be looking like you about to go work out because you are. Since you want to come out, come on. Apathy. I think coming up here when those fears start to rise and you want to like retreat, you just have to ignore it really and just know that that's just like the ego. That's the egoic brain here that is wanting to shrink yourself again because you are expanding here. Ooh, yeah. 2111. You are expanding and that is uncomfortable. And you are a creature of comfort, whoever you are, 2222. You don't like to go outside your comfort zone. But I want to remind you that as soon as you get outside of your comfort zone, you just, you're such an adaptable person as well. Even though you do like your comfort zone, you adapt pretty well. So it's all in your head mostly because you could adapt to anything that you that you're placed into. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna make it. You could be put into the harshest school district. You know what I mean? Like you may get like the worst of the worst, where most teachers would quit and cry. Before you're not gonna cry. First of all, you're not gonna cry in front of fucking kids. Like they're just children. Second of all, you're gonna stay there to 7 o'clock, and you're gonna figure out how the fuck you make their lives just as miserable as yours, and you're gonna have fun doing it. Yeah, and then one day you're gonna love those kids, and they're gonna love you after you all have tried to make each other's lives miserable. It's funny how that works. Literally, that's how every school year goes. It's like they try to make my life miserable. I try to make their life miserable. They give up. I give up. And then we just have fun until like May. That's like literally like the first 6 weeks of school is, you know. Anyway, so that's how you are. Yeah, you like your comfort zone. But when you're not in your comfort zone, you know how to fucking just like sit there and just like whatever. Like disassociate. You can detach yourself from like things pretty healthfully quickly. Like you don't ruminate over things that, other people may get stuck on. And the Six of Wands in reverse. So be careful what you pour into here. The Nine of Wands in reverse here. With the Knight of Wands. You could be very protective of your dreams, what it is that you want, and sometimes you may have a tendency to, maybe you feel like you talk too much about your problems or your, you know what I mean? Like, you could be mindful of maybe, like, who you share information with and stuff like that. Making sure that you stay authentic to who you are and not trying to, Nine of Wands here and the Five of, yeah. Don't let guilt, grief, sadness, loss, scarcity mindset make you go out and do stupid shit, okay? Like, don't sit up there and, like, I was gonna say, like, I don't know. I've never done this. Maybe this works. I've never paid for, like, promotion to like, push my videos and stuff like that. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know anything about that. But I feel like you just, there's just certain things you don't do, really, like, or something like that. Like, don't go buy a bunch of expensive stuff to try to impress people. Don't do put yourself in compromising positions that you don't want to do just to make someone else happy. Like, if you don't want to go to the party, don't go to the party. Don't be like, oh no, it's okay, even though all your friends are like, come on, just come, just go. You're like, I don't want to go. I don't. You don't feel comfortable. Someone's trying to get you to do something, and you're like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I want to get to know you more before we do something like that. Like, don't let people pressure you into doing stuff you don't feel like doing because you want to keep them around. Basically, don't sell your laurels or morals. Stay true to yourself. Okay? That could be something that's very important to you as well. Staying authentic, not losing your identity, not losing your authenticity, your autonomy, You start, working with, I don't know, let's say you start a business and your partner, and then one of your partners, like, you go to a loan shark person or something like that. Just be very careful. But, I just feel like whatever it is that you desire, you're in the... Honestly, I'm getting a picture of, like, somebody buying a house, right? And they're so happy when they bought this house, right? This is a beautiful house, beautiful neighborhood, beautiful suburban area. And then, like, a month or two in, it's like, oh shit, like, the electric bill is, like, quadrupled now since we live in this bigger house. Something randomly just broke. I can't just call the landlord. I am the landlord. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're still appreciative of it and you still love it, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you have to be responsible now. Or like a car, it's like you buy a new car, but now it's time to really, now it's time to fucking get the tires changed. And it's like, fuck. It's like, well, that's the price to pay of having a car. You gotta get your tires changed. You gotta get an alignment. You gotta get your brakes. You gotta get all that shit taken care of. Like, cars are expensive. They're maintenance. You're in the maintenance part of the dream. It's not just the white picket fence every day. It's not just the the loving boyfriend that you just was seeing regularly on the weekends. Like, now you guys live together. Now it's everyday shit. It's fucking put the milk cap back all the way on. Like, don't just fucking, like, it's shit like that. It's like, can you close the cabinet? Like, fucking clear the microwave. Don't put your shit next to the goddamn hamper. Put it in the hamper. Like, put the seat back down. It's like the little things. It's like, oh, your aftershave smells like shit. Oh, her perfume, it makes me fucking sick. Why you have to put on 3 fucking perfumes before you get out the house? Like, where's all this fucking wig hair everywhere? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of, like, shit. But you're really good at just being, fuck it. I just gotta learn to get over it. Like, this is my boo. This is my person. Like, this is my best. This is my favorite job. Yeah, the bitch, my boss is kind of annoying, but fuck it. I'm making $225, $225K a year. You know what I mean? So I'm going to you know, 225K a year, you know, I could put up with a light abuse. I could put up with just a little bit of corporate abuse for that much. You know, you can make me work overtime just a little bit. You know, you know, I could put up with a little bit of abuse. You know, yeah, something like that. All right, guys. Well, I hope this reading was helpful for you. I hope you guys, you know, continue to stay resilient. You guys continue to uplift one another. We uplift each other. I know this journey is not easy. You know, following your spiritual journeys and, you know, what spirit leads you to, sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, you know, it did make a lot of sense to just become a tarot reader. You know what I mean? So, but it makes a lot of sense to me now. And I know it's going to make even more sense as I continue to keep doing this and as I grow and expand. And thank you guys for being here. And I just really appreciate everyone. You know, the link to the readings and stuff is going to be in the bio description. So go ahead and check that out. Until next time, I love you guys. Drink water, be safe, and peace.